Sciatica, leg pain. It's such a debilitating, horrible condition, isn't it? How do you get rid of sciatica, leg pain fast? In fact, that's one of the most commonly asked questions I get asked on my channel. So in this video, I'm going to answer the question, how to get rid of sciatica, leg pain fast. And not only am I going to answer the question, and not only am I going to show you some anatomy charts and spine models to show you where sciatica comes from and why it's so painful, I'm also going to give you 4 amazing exercises to help you relieve sciatica and leg pain at home right now, quickly. So stay with me till the end of the video. Hey, I'm Dr. Walter Salubro, a corrective care chiropractor in Vaughan, Ontario, Canada. And this channel is dedicated to giving tips and strategies on how to strengthen and stabilize the back. With this, you can bend, move, and lift normally without pain and limitation. I also introduce my viewers on my channel to corrective chiropractic care. So stick with me, stay subscribed, and click on the notification bell like this. You don't miss out on new tips and strategies on how to get your back pain and spinal conditions better. Okay, let's briefly go over some important anatomy related to the sciatic nerve. So the sciatic nerve is the largest nerve in your body. It emerges from the L4-L5 nerve roots in the lower lumbar spine, and then S1, S2, S3 nerve roots in the sacrum, and they form this large sciatic nerve which comes out from where the piriformis is in the buttock region, goes down to the posterior thigh, so the back of the thigh, around where the hamstrings are, and then branches out into these peripheral nerves that goes into the calf and into the foot. So let me zoom in. And these charts are courtesy of the Anatomical Chart Company. Okay, so you see the sciatic nerve from here travels down. So it's such a big nerve, and it goes all the way down to the foot over here. And you can imagine that when there's nerve irritation in the lower back region, or even in the buttock region, it can trigger a tremendous amount of pain that shoots down and travels along the path of the sciatic nerve. Now, one of the most common causes of a sciatic leg pain is a disc bulge. So here's an example of a disc where the annular fibers got torn, right? You see the nucleus pulposus leaking out to the outer edge. There's annular fiber damage, and it's beginning to herniate. Okay, and there's an example of a herniation. Okay, so sometimes the disc will bulge, right? Bulge, a circumference bulge, diffuse bulge, posterior lateral bulge, and sometimes it will actually herniate. Now, when there's an L5 herniation, so let me switch to my charts over here. So let's zoom in at the bottom, right here. So L5 herniation or disc bulge will irritate usually the S1 nerve root that goes into the foot, and then an L4 disc bulge will usually herniate, and then that will irritate the L5 nerve root that also goes into a different part of the foot. If there is an L3 herniation, it can irritate the L4 nerve root that goes into the lower leg region, right? So that's where those areas go to. All these nerves come from the sciatic nerve, okay? Now, if you look over here, so here's a disc. The discs are designed to take load, right? The problem is when there's abnormal load due to bad posture. Okay, so here's an example of some bad postures. So when there's bad posture, there's different versions of bad posture. They're going to put abnormal load onto the disc. Okay, so there's a little bit of a disc right there. You see that? So the intervertebral disc, abnormal load right here, and then that eventually will cause damage, and then eventually you'll see the actual herniation or even a disc bulge irritate those nerves, and that's where they go into the leg, which I showed you earlier. So let me get that chart out over here. Okay, so when there's a disc herniation or disc bulge L4-L5, it can irritate either the right side or the left side sciatic nerves that go into the lower legs and into the foot. So that's why it's such a painful condition. Lots of structures are irritated in the lower back region and the muscles of the buttock region and this big nerve that goes into the leg. So let me show you these exercises that can help relieve the sciatic nerve that's coming from either a disc bulge at L4-L5 or L5-S1.
Now, let's start off with the seated pelvic tilt. You're going to sit at the edge of a chair and you're going to jut your stomach forward to arch your lower back and then round your back. So it's a forward pelvic tilt and a posterior pelvic tilt. Forward pelvic tilt and a back pelvic tilt. Jut your stomach forward and then round your back at the edge of your seat. You should get nice mobility into your lower lumbar spine, lower discs, and the sacrum and pelvic region to get relief on those discs that could be affecting the lower spinal nerves that are going into the sciatic, causing sciatica leg pain. You can do 30 repetitions of this in the morning and also in the evening. You can also go to the angle like I'm showing here to get a bit more variation in this move. Exercise number 2 is called the sciatic nerve floss or sciatic nerve guide, standing. What you're going to need is a little stool to put your foot on, the affected leg. And the move number 1 is tilting your head down, flexing your head towards your chest. Move number 2 is dorsiflexing your foot and toes. That means moving your foot and toes towards your body. So move number 1, tilt your head down. And move number 2, tilt your foot and toes towards your body, dorsiflex. And hold it there for a second. And what this is doing is breaking down the adhesions along the path of the sciatic nerve that's been inflamed and irritated. Do 10 reps and up to 3 sets daily. Exercise number 3 is called the supine piriformis stretch. What you're going to do is, on this example, the affected leg is the left one. So you're going to bend that leg in a figure 4 position, rest the foot on the opposite knee that's bent. Now take the right knee in this case, and you're going to pull towards your chest and hold it for 10 seconds. And essentially you're going to feel a great stretch in this example here in the left buttock region where the piriformis muscle is. That's where the sciatic nerve travels through. You're going to hold this for 10 seconds, repeat 3 times. After each repetition, I like to push against the knee to get that stretch into the piriformis muscle even more. Okay, hold it for 10 seconds, static hold. Don't bounce the hold, don't release the hold. You want to sustain hold for 10 seconds and really feel the release on that piriformis on the affected side, which is the sciatica leg pain side. Hold it for 10 seconds and repeat 3 times. I like to do both sides, even though sciatica is usually on one side. It can be done in the morning and also in the afternoon. And exercise number 4 is the lumbar extension exercise. You're going to lie down on your stomach. Start with version number 1 where you're pressing up against your elbows. Why is this important? Is because this is going to relieve pressure on the nerves that are caused by any bulging discs. And when there's a bulging disc or herniated disc at L4-L5 or L5-S1, it's going to bulge in a way that's going to irritate the nerves that lead into the sciatic nerve, causing sciatica leg pain. So if we can relieve pressure on those discs and that nerve that goes into the lower back and into the leg, then you can relieve sciatica leg pain as well. You want to hold it for 1 second and repeat it up to 10 times, even 20 or 30 times if you can. You'll see the second move, I went a bit more aggressive by going up on my elbows. You can try that as well.
I hope you found those 4 exercises really useful. Give them a try. Let me know which one gave you the most relief. Was it the piriformis stretch or was it the seated pelvic tilt low back mobility exercise? Comment below and let me know. Now, the next video I want you to watch is this video over here, which shows you how to sleep properly with sciatica and get leg pain relief while you're sleeping at night. So go watch this How to Sleep with Sciatica video right here, right now.